Okay, I'm installing a Zumo xt2 on my 890 Adventure, and in order to get to the accessory wires that are behind this area here and to fish the wires, I found a easier way instead of taking the whole headlight out and all that. Basically what you have to do is first remove these 4 screws here, and one on this side, one on the other. Then remove your windshield. Then you want to take screw off here and 2 underneath. 1, 2. Then you remove this guy. Then remove 1, 2 screw here. Take the cap off. And then 1 screw, 2 screw, and 3 screw. Pull this guy out a little bit, and this will come out, and lift it. And behind here is the accessory wires. And this one is always on, and the other one is based on your ignition. On mine, the brown is negative, yellow and red positive, and that one is always on. The other one, when you turn the ignition off, there's no voltage here. And again, brown is negative, black and red wire is positive. I'm going to put mine on always on. Otherwise, if I put it on the ignition one, is when I turn off the bike, the Zumo will come up with a message that is going to check for updates and turn off. And if you forget to press cancel, it's going to turn off. Then you're going to get on your bike, turn it on, and then you have to wait a couple of minutes for it to come back on. You may forget, so you may forget to turn it back on. So I'm going to put it on always on. It doesn't draw much power, so if I turn the bike off for a while I'm resting, it's not going to drain the battery. But you know, if you're worried, you can turn the Zumo off from the back of it, from the on and off switch. But that's not really the main purpose of this video. Is I found the easiest way to fish the wire is I use the zip tie. I cut the end of the zip tie because it is pretty bulky, so I cut that off. Then I taped my wire to it, and if you put the zip tie right there and you give it a left hand bend on your zip tie, it will come out of this hole where all these wires are coming out. The zip tie will find its way into this hole pretty easily enough. Then you can fish the wire through, and then if you pry this guy a little bit by hand, with your hand, the wire will drop behind the headlight, bring it up to here, and then remove this guy. Just push it with a screwdriver, there you go, and then pull it halfway out. Otherwise it's going to be right in front of the wire, and it will be in your way. Just pull it out, push your wire to here, then pry this by hand. I don't want to do it right now, but you can pry it easily enough by hand. And there's my wire. Behind this area, that is all rubber. Just this part, pry it, push your wire through using a tool. I just used one of my Allen keys, the narrowest one. Make sure it's not sharp so you don't damage your wire. And then here you have to bring it down to here where my finger is, because after that this part is all rubber. If you don't bring it down far enough, then you're going to pinch it between these two halves. And then I'm using a Nash GPS mount. Then you just fish your wire, and basically that's it. Also, another thing is this connector, this one that comes with the Zumo, has a ram mount. This guy. This normally would be at the end of this connector. You will see when you buy it. It's held on with 4 screws and nuts to this guy. Then this end, this ram mount that you would have to purchase to add to your Nash GPS mount. So imagine once it is all mounted, if you use this, it's going to stick out. This is the shortest ram mount that you can get. It would stick out 4 inches. So look where it would end up. Then plus the width, or I should say thickness of the Zumo. So as you can see, it would stick out a lot. So what I did, I unscrewed the nuts and bolts, took this part, just that part, took that off of the Zumo connector, and then using the same screws that comes with it, I just bolted it directly onto the Nash GPS mount. So now it won't stick out as much. Normally, if I use the ram balls, it would stick out 4 inches from here. So that is quite a bit. And that's it. So once you fish your wire through, make sure it's not getting snagged anywhere. Then the rest is easy. You can cut this wire to length if you want, so you don't have a such long wire. But there's plenty of space here to bolt this up. Then put your connector at the ends of the wire and plug it into here, and that's it. This is the end result. Just before I forget, everything comes in the kit minus the connectors. The connectors they give you are ring terminals that go on battery end, and that won't work for the accessory wires. You need these 14 gauge, which 14 gauge are always blue, this type of connector. Also, since I have you here, if I was to use the ram arm, then this is how much it would stick out. Using the shortest arm, it's going to stick out quite a bit. I didn't want that. If that is what you want, then great. All you have to do is purchase this part. Don't buy the arm, because arm comes with the kit. So does this end. All you have to do is buy one extra of these, which you can find on Amazon. I didn't want it sticking out that much, so that's why I unscrewed it from here and then screwed the connector directly to the GPS mount. And this is what it looks like, but on mine, as you can see, is lopsided. And that is gonna annoy me. I know it is stupid, but it is. So I'm gonna buy another GPS mount, this time not from Vanash. I will buy it from Nice CNC, NICECNC.com. They sell on Amazon, and it is a lot cheaper than the Vanash, and their quality is good. I've been lucky with stuff I've bought from Nice CNC. They didn't have this at the time, so I bought it from Vanash, but it must be a manufacturing fault. I doubt very much it would get bent in shipping. So there you go. And the bike is off, as you can see. The reason I put it on always on terminals is because if you're riding and you stall the bike, this Zumo comes up with gonna check for updates and turn off. So imagine if you're riding somewhere gnarly and you stall the bike, and now you are thinking about getting the bike going. You're not going to pay attention to this guy, and that's going to turn off. Turn your bike on and go. This doesn't come back on, so that's why I put it on always on. Or it may come back on, I don't know, but I decided to put it on always on, so I don't have to worry about that. And when I'm done, I just keep my finger on the on button for about 5 seconds and then just turn it off.